This past weekend, there were two quite large tournaments, one significantly larger than the other. Japan's Kowloon X Kagaribi number 12 happened, and that was insane. As well as in the US, there was Warehouse Wars, which was still a pretty big tournament, pretty good storylines. I'm going to be going over both, and again, for those of you watching, spoilers, I'm going to be talking about the tournament, so if you don't want to know who wins and you want to watch it on your own time and not know any spoilers, you want to leave the video now, but I appreciate you should subscribe and turn on notifications and ring the bell for my other content that isn't spoilers, even though I'm going to be making videos about these tournaments starting in 2 days, because tomorrow I still have one last Smash Factor video, and then I'm going to be going over these couple of things. So yay, let's go. We're going to start off with Warehouse Wars, so let's look at the bracket. So the Warehouse Wars top 8 was actually really fun to watch. I did a watch party stream with MVD and our player manager Cameron over at Stride, and it was really fun to watch. Especially we had two Stride boys here. I got to watch Shiny Mark as well, but the main story is that I got to watch MK Leo probably back in his prime. The play here was disgusting, and yes, this wasn't a crazy stacked tournament like some of the others, but he just looked so good the entire bracket. The only person that gave him a little bit of trouble was Ice Knight 3-2, and also Ice Knight had a tragic up smash fallout game 1. Tech Chase would have been the game, but then it fell out because lol Greninja, and that was a pretty close set, but it was otherwise destruction. Leo continued his dominance over Zomba 3-0 and 3-1, and the games were gross. They were gross. It was crazy. So Leo played very well. He avoided one of his demons in Shiny Mark because Shiny Mark really early got upset by Sybil and then made a long losers run, but got stuffed out by Zomba 3-0 in losers finals. Zomba, again, overall played really well in this tournament, beat Mutace, who had just beat him at Patchwork, so they have a back and forth record now, but Mutace beat him at Cirque and Patchwork, then Zomba beats him here, and then ends up just, again, basically only losing to Leo. I'm pretty sure they both had some pretty good runs. Zomba beat Goblin and Sonito and Eclipse's Falco. Leo beat Jazzo, Danny, the Tennessee #1 player, and Mirage in the Ditto. We had Chunky Kong get 9th, which was really cool, but anyway, let's go back into the top 8 to give the people respect. Shiny Mark, again, did very well. He lost early. He said there was some controller interference. I'm not a Pro-Con player. I don't know how valid that is, but I will assume so because he's had issues with that at a couple tournaments. Switched to the Pro GCC, made it all the way to 3rd. Looked like he ran out of steam against Zomba, but also Zomba's really good at the matchup. I did just play Zomba in a 1st to 10 online, and it was rough for me. I think it was 10-4 or 10-5 his favor. So he's pretty competent at that matchup, and Shiny Mark just wasn't able to close out stocks. Had a really scary set versus SkyJ. This pissed me off. If y'all remember my last reaction of Shiny Mark versus SkyJ at, I think it was Delfino Mazza last year, this is the same thing. It pissed me off so much. I'm probably just going to upload that set's reaction because I thought it was really funny, but it did upset me because Shiny Mark just plays this matchup very silly in my opinion. He ended up winning, but he ended up winning a plus 2.5, so it's fine. Shiny Mark did also beat Mutace and Mugen, and then again went on quite the long loser run because he lost pretty early. Where is Sybil's Falco? There it is. So Shiny Mark was the #1 seed, got upset by Sybil 3-0 with a 3-stock in game 3, then drops all the way down here. I'll just find the Pikachu. It's down here. So beat Jazzo 3-1, Omega 3-0, Sonito 3-0, Y Delirious 3-2, this Terry's scary, and Illusion 3-0. So quite the long losers run. Again, Shiny Mark's stamina is very impressive. And he ended up making it all the way to 3rd, which again, hey, that's pretty good considering going into losers that early. Very few people make losers runs that long and win the tournament, so good stuff. SkyJ had a really good run, beating both of the Roys here, Goblin and Mugen. Mugen in winners in a game 5. Crazy that Mugen, there was a situation that Mugen punished an up B with a forward smash and just didn't kill across the stage at 85, which was insane. SkyJ beating Goblin 3-2, Ice Knight 3-2. This was a really cool set, in my opinion. Very fun to watch. And then, lose to Shiny Mark 3-2. We had Mutace and Ice Knight get 5th, Mutace, both players making it to winner semifinals, so a couple of them had some good wins. Mutace beating SkyJ, Ukit's Jigglypuff, and Kawaii Pickle, whereas SkyJ beat Cypher's Falco, Mugen's Roy, and then in losers had to beat Chunky Kong 3-0 to make it to the top 8. Ice Knight had the benefit of not having to play Shiny Mark after Sybil upset, so she ended up losing 3-1 to Ice Knight. Ice Knight then beat Doorstop, who beat Chunky Kong. As I said, Leo's run was good, Zomba's run was good. All the players in this top 8 had some pretty good runs. I was a big fan. Also glad that Mugen got a top 8. I know it's not a major technically, but Mugen been on that grind, always gets 13th, 17th of the tournaments he goes to, I feel like. Beating several good players and just barely doesn't make it into the top 8, but beating Doorstop here, again, beating Sam's, Dark Pit, U-Kit's Puff, and Doorstop. So again, pretty good run from his end. We had 9th place go to Jazo, Doorstop, I almost said Dazo because I combined these two, Chunky Kong and Danny, Tennessee's number 1. Again, this tournament was in Tennessee, so it's nice to see one of their players get very far. And yeah, those are the major stories, I feel like, from Warehouse War. Congrats to Leo, he played crazy. And I'm happy that my Stride boys are doing well as well. So let's go to the super duper major Kowloon X Kagaribi. First story I want to cover isn't actually the winner of the tournament. Congrats to Mia though, because he did win the tournament. But here in losers finals, Akola's Aegis beat Spargo. This is probably the most influential thing for a storyline that has happened in Ultimate in a long time, because it has been assumed that if Spargo plays Akola and Mia, he's just gonna win because he has like a he's lost once to Akola the first time they ever played, hasn't lost again. Spargo I don't think has lost to Mia ever. So it's assumed once Spargo gets to this top 3, which he went on a very, very good run because he did lose to Doramigi relatively early for like 17th, went on a long losers run, makes it all the way to 3rd, and the last person to stop him, like you see Doramigi loses the run back, level 1 loses the run back, and then Spargo just makes it to Akola. A lot of people would think, oh, Spargo wins the tournament. No, Akola with the secondary Aegis beats Spargo. This is going to be the first video that I cover for Kagrad X Cowon. I'm very, very curious. I mean, I went to sleep at this point. I was up till like 5 that morning, not because I was watching this, actually. It was completely irrelevant. I was playing Minecraft until like 3, and then I couldn't fall to sleep. So Akola beating Spargo here was just absolutely insane. Again, Akola and Mia, the consistencies of Japan. They're in winners finals, they're in grand finals, game 5, last hit in grands again, because these two are just the most evenly matched players in the world, which is really good because they're number 1 and number 2 in the world, and they're incredibly even. Mia starts off the new season with a super major win. Congratulations to him. Just wins. He literally just won very dominantly versus quite literally everyone he played except for this grand final set too. It was 3-1 in Akola. It was 3-1 against level 1. It was 3-0 against Masa. It was 3-1 against Snow, winning that run back, saying, hey, you beat me once, it's not consistent. He just beat everyone. He literally just beat everyone. 3-0 versus, I don't know how to read kanji, so don't know who that is. 3-1 versus, what was it? Kogeta Gohan? Yeah, Kogeta Gohan. So 3-1 versus this Aegis, and just was very dominant. We did see Mia not do well at a recent tournament, so it's nice to see him bounce back. Again, we had Akola, very consistent. I think he just beat everyone pretty solidly until he made it to winners finals. He beat Zachary 3-1, he beat Gact 3-1. He beat Tsubaki 3-1, he beat Riteshia 3-1, so like he's dropping a game, but he's still beating everyone very dominantly because a game is not a full set. It might be in a best of 3 can be pretty scary if you drop a game, but he didn't drop games before that. So again, very impressive by both of these players. Level 1 and Doramigi continued their runs in Japan, being very consistent players as of now. Level 1 got 4th, Doramigi got 5th, both losing to Spargo in losers. Level 1 also beat Zachary as well. Ryuo, congratulations for making top 8 at I think his first premiere, or I don't know if this is a premiere or a super major, so congrats to him making his first top 8 at whatever this tournament is. It's probably going to be a premiere, I guess. I don't know, probably a premiere, whatever. It was very impressive. Just Ryuo honestly played really well. He had a crazy losers run. Let's actually talk about that losers run because he lost like really early. So Ryuo got sent to losers at the round of 32, which puts him at 33rd place to Zachary. Oh no, Zachary, my goat. And then just in losers is there for a long time. Beats Ken 3-2, Raru 3-2, TG, Toriguri 3-0, Snow 3-2, and Akaki Kusu 3-1. Crazy run, only to end up losing, where is the top 8 that I put, to Zachary. Again, he got double eliminated by Zachary, which, like, unfortunate bracket, but hey, sometimes that is how the cookie crumbles. Also, shoutouts to Zachary, my goat. Zachary, my goat. He made it back into top 8. I love watching Zachary. It's so fun. He's so sick. Doramigi played really well, beating Spargo in winners, making it all the way to winners semis. You had Ashimo also in this top 8, so a lot of consistency, but you think, hey, there's a couple of players that have been doing well that aren't in this top 8. Where's Tama P? Where's Hurt? Well, they got upset pretty early, showing that there is volatility in Smash Ultimate. We do see Hurt lose to Leia 3-0 here. Again, I swear that this matchup's not that bad. Every Greninja says I'm crazy, but I swear, like, Hurt's really good. Greninja is like, he has such a good jump, and if you have a good jump, I feel like you can't do bad versus Snake. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, Hurt lost to Alice's Kazuya, I'm pretty sure, in 3 games. Oh no, loses to the Roy 1 game and then Kazuya in 2 games, which that's interesting because I feel like Snake does well versus Kazuya, but hey, you get hit once, sometimes it happens. Aka had a really good run as well, got 9th. Let's talk about, there's actually one breakout star who got top 12 that I want to talk about, which is Sin. Sin, this Ice Climbers player that I don't think I've ever heard of, got 9th at one of the most stacked Japanese tournaments, losing to level 1 and Ashimo, which is kind of crazy he loses this because that's a good matchup, but he had some insane wins. First off, beating Shutone in Aegis Ice Climbers, which is like an abysmal matchup. Beats Karaage 3-1, beat Kamame 3-2, and then I think this is their just like round 1 pool. So like beating Kamame, Shutone, Karaage, honestly, insane, those wins to make all the way to top 12, and then to barely miss out on top 8 is unfortunate. Aka also made 12th, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the 9th places were Masa, Sin, Shutone, and Akakikusu. Again, just an insane bracket. Overall, where's Tama P? So Tama P in his round 1 pool loses to, I think this is Nyono KNB in the Diddy versus Bayonetta matchup. Unfortunately, would have won the best of 3, which is what all the rounds were before this, but Nyono KNB did win 3-2 in Bayonetta versus Diddy Kong, and then eventually got upset again by a Sonic player. I forget the tag, but hopefully we'll see it as it loads in. Yeah, Tama P lost 3-1 to I don't know how to read kanji, so I don't know what that is. And this was quite early because this is 49th, 65th, 97th, 129th for Tama P, and Tama P like almost absolutely was top 10 last season. So again, Japan's really hard. Sometimes you have off tournaments. Tama P just didn't have one basically all of last season, so that is a bit unfortunate for him. And you know, this tournament was just crazy. I'm sure there's plenty of stories that I missed going into this, but again, congrats to Mia for winning. Very consistent player, obviously top 2 last season, but he did bad at a major. I don't care. Did you see how many majors he won? It was insane. He won more majors than Sonic's attended tournaments. So like, he's fine. It's gonna be fine. Akola with 2nd, Spargo, again, great redemption for his last pretty mediocre, at least for his standards, runs when he went to Japan a couple of months ago. So proving that, hey, he's still kind of back on top. He's still a huge threat, even at the really difficult and inconsistent tournaments of Japan, and especially these Japanese like super majors. Congrats to all these other players, and congrats to you for making it through this video. Again, if there are any sets in particular that you want me to watch, I will obviously be going over, you know, Leo's win. I'll be going over Akola versus Spargo, but let me know who else you want me to watch of these sets. I would love to know just in the comments, and I will probably do like 2 or 3 videos. I'm going to be doing a lot of SmashCon practice, so again, check out the streams. I would appreciate it. And as always, social media Stride and partner stuff is down below, and I'll see you all next time. Also, do y'all like not having like a formal intro and just like me just segueing out with like my face? Also, let me know that in the comments.